One night, Jake found himself in a precarious position. He was caught between a rock and a hard place, the rock being the debt dementor he had borrowed 10,000 gold coins from, and the hard place being the crony who had him by the shirt collar. "I'll get you your money. My invention just needs a few tweaks and it's going to be a success. It's going to solve problems around the world, lift the Outlands out of the darkness, and save Prospera." The two goons laughed as they prepared to unleash a painful lesson, but they were stopped by a bright orb that seemed to be hurtling toward them. "What is that?" the crony asked. But before he could get another word out, the orb hit him in the head, ricocheted, and then hit his boss's head. They both fell to the ground and Jake stood stunned. The little orb opened up, and from it emerged a full-sized being. "Hello, Jake. My name is Heka, and I've been watching you." Jake screamed and bolted down the cobblestone street, running as fast as his legs could carry him. He made it back to his little apartment that he had fashioned in the trunk of a great oak and shut the door, feeling the tension drain from his body as he realized he was now safe. He turned his living room light on and sat down, but he almost jumped out of his skin when he heard the voice again. "Hello, Jake. I'm not here to hurt you." Jake jumped up and spun around to find the orb being in his living room. "What do you want?" Jake asked as he looked around for a weapon. "I'm here to help." When Jake had eventually calmed down, the being introduced himself as Heka, a sage from another planet who had been watching Prospera. "Why?" Jake asked. "We like your little town. We have no real problems of our own on planet B12F, so we look for others across the universe to help." "Help with what?" "Prospera is under attack. If you do not put a stop to the forces that be, this prosperous town will fall, and your dreams of wealth will never come true." "Prospera? Fall? You realize that prosperity isn't the actual name, right?" Jake scoffed in disbelief. "It's true, Jake, and you are the only one who can put a stop to this." "Me? Have you taken a look around? I live in a tree. Why don't you ask the bankers to put a stop to it? They're the ones that run this town anyway." Heka's eyes darkened at the sound of the bankers. Reluctantly, the figure left, but not before leaving a device on the small wooden table beside Jake's only armchair. Curious, Jake picked up the device and pressed the only button it seemed to have. In an instant, a miniature hologram of Heka appeared with a message. Finally giving in to the idea that there might be merit in the being's words and with nothing to lose, Jake sat down once more and listened. Heka introduced Jake to concepts that he had never heard of before. While he had always hoped to be like the men in suits who waltz around Prosperous Central Bank, his knowledge of money was incredibly limited. Heka's message spoke of the significance of financial knowledge in an individual's life and its role in shaping one's overall well-being. Concepts such as budgeting, saving, and investing were mentioned, things that he had heard of but never really delved into. "Seemingly simple financial decisions can have profound consequences," Heka's hologram said as it prepared to wrap up the transmission. "It's important that you know that financial success isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about understanding how to take care of one's financial health, ensuring long-term prosperity. These are the principles that your town was once governed by. Will you take this first step to save the town?" Jake pondered the question for a moment before setting the device down and rubbing his temples. "What do I have to lose?" he thought aloud.